This is a snow-only world. It's built on a custom crate mod pack. In this, I've built a castle and have been working on a colony. However, I haven't been able to utilize the railways I've made, because I'm lacking the space to make trains. As such, it'd be nice to make a train yard. It is really nice having all this stuff clustered here because it feels like stuff's happening, but it is annoying to work with since you can't do anything around this. I only have this track available and I have to move trains off it like that one over there because there is no space to build. And something that's really important is that all your trains are oriented in the correct direction. That way trains don't get completely messed up when you disassemble it. Whoa, suddenly all this stuff gets flipped out to the side, the rails are all wrong. There is another issue with disassembling them. It's that snow gets covered on everything and it's hard to tell what materials are. And that's the issue when you want to actually build on them because it makes it really difficult to see what you're doing. What this is all leading up to is I need a train yard that is covered. And the best place to cover it would be underground. If you come along the railway over to here, you notice that there's this open face of a mountain. Up top, I've already cleared it because I was originally thinking, what if I built some kind of structure in the forest heading back? But I do want to preserve how the forest looks. I think it's a great backdrop. However, this face of the mountain right over here is completely open. I'm not fully sure how I want to make this yet, but there are many of you who want to see how I go about designing stuff. I'm going to be taking a screenshot heading to a paint program. Originally, I was planning on doing something more like this, where it would be a warehouse into the face of it, and this in front of it is some kind of aircraft hangar. But then I had another idea. What if I turn this into a bunker? This isn't fully realistic since it's such a huge doorway. I'm still gonna be using that aircraft hangar door idea. I was really wanting to have the rail come in from this side, but I can't do that because the rail along here is sloping upwards on a curve. As such, I'm gonna have to come from over in this direction. This spot right here is gonna be an open cavity where trains are gonna come into some large underground complex. But now they have some semblance of plan. This is where I head to Creative World to outline what I want to make. This could work, but it feels a bit narrow. I'm probably going to try to push this back. Okay, that feels a lot better with it being back far. This could be pushed even further back, because this still is a really tight turn just to get into there. I can still curve it underneath the door or whatever, and I probably should because that way I can actually have blocks be solidified there. So the trains are going to enter into this whole bunker place from off to the side where I had the whole bridge idea. I'm thinking of not doing a drawbridge because that's a bit more tedious to try to... I couldn't figure out a nice way to make it work. This is going to need to be a big curve, not only to make sure the trains actually look nice when they're going on it, but also because you can pass through blocks across this, so when the door opens and closes, it won't disturb the track. Otherwise, if I have it close over here and then solidify, it's just going to break the whole track. And I also need to figure out how to make the doors work. But first, I want to probably get to work on this in survival mode. I put this over in survival, but it is embedded into the mountain, so I'm going to need to get to work on clearing this. I changed up the material so it's something cheap, so I can actually outline it. I need to clear all this out so I can even see what I'm doing. I could have the schematic cannon clear it out, but that's going to take a lot of gunpowder, and I don't exactly have a gunpowder farm right now. Before that, oh my, that was a mistake. Why was that such a huge hitbox? Oh, okay. What's the annoying thing about this mod pack is all the snowballs. That's gonna be a pretty cool location for it. I like that spot. I think that this part up here could use a bit more work on how I want to actually design it. Like instead of having a corner window, I'm probably gonna bring it out to this side. The rails, the best spot was going off to this side and up the mountain, but this puts it really far back. If you look at the map, that's all the way over here, and I'm normally passing right on this side. The texturing I'm doing is improving. There's still a lot more I can do. Like this faded number, trying to get it so that it actually looks like it's worn down. Textures themselves, you notice these squares all over it. I'm trying to add some variety to texturing because currently I'm still doing the whole randomized brick. This is what still needs some work. But the snow, I've improved greatly from when I did the whole tower. Over here on the tower, I tried doing snow as these patches and it didn't really work out well. But coming back over to here, I tried laying it so that the snow is only on the top. I think it turns out nice from a distance. I don't know if I like this doorway right here. It's a bit bright and it blends in with the snow. Probably gonna darken the door, get some different materials. However, I did get the door working, so if I open this up, suddenly, wow. There's a lot more decorations the bunker needs, but before I get to that, this mod pack has colonies, which I need to get some progress done on. Since the last time I was in this colony, I've made a lot of headway. A bunch of the basic buildings and have them upgraded to at least level 3 equivalent. Since I can't get to level 3, I made just 2 and then level them up. Because I want to get on to automating this, so I don't have to keep rushing here and crafting everything for them. I've already researched for both the sawmill and composter's hut, which is being made over here, and another courier, just because I need more. I'm going to start running into issues because they're now going to need to start toting around resources for the people to craft with, not just from the warehouse to the builders. Back here in the research, technology, I got biodegradable. I still need to get the composter hut. Oh, I need to get 2 of them. But I already got the stonemason unlocked and the sawmill unlocked, so I can get both of those going. I'm trying to keep all the main crafting stuff close. That's why I left a lot of open spaces, just because it'd make the paths for the couriers who are moving around resources a lot quicker. Yeah, right here's a pretty good spot for it. I'm gonna have trouble trying to get this door to be accessible, but the colonists don't really care about the doors. We can get that constructed. Next, I'm gonna need a stonemason somewhat close. What does a stonemason look like? Oh, it's a much more compact looking building. Okay, right here is about right on it. We'll put that there and get this constructed too. Now that I got these built, here's how the whole automated works. You have a limited amount of recipes you can teach each of these huts, and when you upgrade them, you get more recipe slots. This is only level 1, so I can only teach 10. All the recipes have to be for the specific hut's type. For example, this is a sawmill, I can only teach them wood recipes. However, if you go up to the builders, you could also teach them recipes, but 2x2 recipes, so stuff like this. Just like that, these people are all done. I need to get the stonemason. I don't know what I need to get them just yet. But yeah, I taught them all these recipes. All these will be automated now. And then those really annoying structure blocks, these things, they can automate these by themselves. So I don't have to worry about, oh no, how do I, what combination, how make... That's enough work for now in the Minecolonies. These guys are now automating most of the basic stuff. There's still more I need to do, such as like the smeltery right here, which I'm trying to work on, or a blacksmith, or a mechanic's hut, so I can get more of the technical stuff. I don't really need mechanic's hut just yet. Currently, I'm gonna be waiting well, I was gonna say, currently I'm gonna be waiting on the research, but I'm also gonna be waiting on this raid. I've had it times where before they spawn on the river, so then their campfire would melt it. Like right over here, you can see that. Campfire melted the place. They sink under water and drown, but it appears they didn't spawn here again. Wait, 3? What? There's more raiders? Where? This is why I need walls. Where'd they come from? Where are they? Annoying part about the raids is that all the citizens just wait in their houses, so nothing can get done until you kill every single one of them. Well, that's enough distraction though. It's time to get back to the bunker. This place is still lacking a lot of decoration. On many of the other places, I place snow layers around and try to make it fit in more at the sides. But I've been learning that's not great to do on a schematic you're going to paste in with a cannon. All this was built in a creative world and paste in with a schematic cannon, but when you place snow layers, stuff tends to break. Even for this one, I had to go through and fix a lot of the stuff because the cannon doesn't understand what to do sometimes when there's too much data in a schematic. So I'm planning on probably adding in decorations myself. There's no snow layers anywhere, and this could definitely use a bunch of that, or even some pipes or something more to this, because as is up close, it's a bit boring. I'm liking this a lot more. It gives the door a lot more contrast. Compared to the Snow White one, it blend in with the background so it looks like the whole building is just an arch. Instead, this gives somewhat of a shadow. Still the same. The pillar on the edge, how it lines up, it looks pretty much the same. With the whole building being constructed, I don't have to have all this weird stuff. This one I really want to redo. I know I can make it look a lot better. I did attempt one variant in a creative world, but I didn't like how it turned out. It is on the Discord though. I'm also really finding the route to get into that place quite tedious. You have to come all the way back here, and there's no turnaround. You have to stop the train and then go backwards to get into the place. So I'm really needing some sort of turnaround over here. I tried not to overdo it. I didn't want to do as much detail as I did to inside of the castle, for example. That I probably overdid how much detail is there. Smells good. Oh, that's finally done. Colony's still progressing. That's good. I've been going back and forth with the colony, just trying to keep something progressing on it, but there isn't much I can do because I'm still waiting on Acacia. One of the most important things for the colony over there is Acacia to upgrade the builder's huts, which I have not been able to get from any wandering trader. There's been 8 so far. None of them have sold it. I'm still wanting to add in some cannons. You have the spot here and then even up there in the top bunker. Not that they could do anything, there's nothing to shoot at, just I think that they would look cool. Eventually I'm gonna need to go across the rail and actually finish them. There's a lot of incomplete areas like this here where there's supposed to be a bridge, or even spots like this which are floating all over the place. Next time I'm wanting to fill out this bunker. Inside here, it's still this very plain cubic area. I didn't have enough time to go through and fill this out. I've spent a lot of time already on this. It's still quite deadly inside here. I am super happy with how this turned out. There's still a lot of room for me to improve it, but the texturing is getting a lot better. The details, I'm still needing to figure out how to actually detail a place. Yeah, there's a lot of time spent on this. I don't know, it's just like, oh yeah, there's a lot of time spent.